In her will, my grandmother stipulated that she wanted to be buried with all of her favorite possessions, and her cat was not happy about that decision, I'll say that right now. I'm in a good mood. This is kind of tense for me, you know, my own special on comedy. This morning I woke up and I could feel tension mounting. Tension's my dog. So I kicked him off my leg and I thought, that is a horrible way to greet the day, isn't it? Being sexually assaulted by your dog. Comedy's always been in my blood. The hepatitis is brand new, but the comedy's always been there. And it goes way back for me, it really does. Like when I was 16 years old, the morning of my birthday, my parents tried to surprise me with a car, but they missed. And, take your time. I'm the youngest in my family. I was always getting beaten up by the two oldest, Mom and Dad. I got smacked around a lot when I was a kid. I used to get beaten up by these green berets that lived in our neighborhood. Some people call them Girl Scouts, whatever. Every Saturday morning in my neighborhood, we'd have this huge water balloon fight. And every Friday night, I'd put mine in the freezer, so I'd win. And I'd get a little moist, but the other kids would be bleeding from the ears, and that's a victory in my book. Immediately following that, all the mothers in the neighborhood would actually take turns spanking me. It was friggin' awesome. In high school, I got caught shoplifting once from a car dealership. It was a Buick. And my father said to me through the bars of the jail cell, because he was in the next cell, he said, "You're no son of mine," which hurt me, and it confused my mother. She was like, damn it, how did he know? We're not a normal family, you know what I mean? I guess that's abundantly clear at this point. Laughter was always the best medicine in my family because we couldn't afford health insurance, so if someone got a deep cut or a broken bone, we would just laugh and laugh and laugh until they passed out. And if you ever needed x-rays, my father would drag us to the airport and lay us down on that stupid conveyor belt. We're a weird family. My grandmother spends all of her time out in the garden because that's where we buried her. Let me explain. What happened there was she fell down in our driveway and she went to press the button on her life-call emergency pendant, and the garage door came down and it... Don't even laugh at that. The worst part now is every time I go to open the garage door, a friggin' ambulance shows up in front of my house. That was sad. In her will, my grandmother stipulated that she wanted to be buried with all of her favorite possessions, and her cat was not happy about that decision, I'll say that right now. We had an Irish wake for her, which meant everybody cried as soon as the keg ran out. I'm mostly Irish. I'm Irish and Scottish, which means I like to get really drunk and wear a skirt. But it also means that I've never had a tan in my life. I am genetically incapable of achieving any kind of skin color whatsoever. I am an ultra-Caucasian. I am super hunky. This, of course, means that I can't dance. I'm hung like a grasshopper, and I get burned by the moon on cloudy nights, so that sucks. We drink. I drink a lot. I used to belong to AA, but I had to quit that because I don't know if you know this, but their drinking policy is really strict. And I was asked to leave the group because one of the guys in our group had been sober for 3 years. So they threw him a party, and I brought a keg. It was a party. I get in trouble when I drink. I got cut off on a plane. You ever been shut off of booze on an airplane? The stewardess or flight attendant or sky bitch, whatever they are this month, she comes over to me and she says, "Sir, you've had too much to drink. You're disrupting the other passengers." And all right, maybe I shouldn't have crammed the screaming infant into the overhead compartment. That was wrong. Mea culpa. But I'm like, lady, I have a designated driver. His name is Captain. Does that ring a bell? You know, I hate when I fly the rich people in first class. Do you hate them? Because they get to board the plane before the rest of us, right? And then we have to do our little poverty parade past them. Well, they're in their lazy boy recliners, and I'm shuffling my poor ass back to my anorexic bucket seat and my peanuts.